This is by 3,193 miles.
Hello,
Hello.
welcome back to our podcast. Glad to see that you're back to listening to us.
Hopefully.
Um,
Hopefully.
how is everybody doing today? I'm feeling spectacular. How about you?
Okay.
Okay, but going
Yes, I'm
through
doing
it.
okay. Yeah.
This is once again awkward, but
Starting it is really awkward.
exactly, it's gonna
We
get
need
easier
to
though.
make a script. We need to make a script.
If somebody could give us some type of motto that maybe we can use for a podcast, like, I don't know. Hello,
Maybe.
lovely souls.
Ew.
I hope you guys like our podcast artwork. It's the best we can do.
No, that is. Oh, no one is artistic, so.
Stick figure art is the best we can do. At least for now, unless somebody wants to reach out to us and draw better artwork for us, please.
We don't have money though.
I'll try to make
We do.
some. Like, I'll try my best.
I need
maybe.
a job.
We really do need jobs. Will I ever get one? I don't think I'm built for it. Definitely not. Not
Same.
in this type of society. No. And here's an example of the type of talent I have in drawing. I had to draw this in 7th grade art class. And we had
Oh,
to draw a
God.
celebrity. I got Camila Cabello.
Hey.
Here's the reference picture. As you can see,
Yeah.
brace yourself. This is what I drew.
Did you have to draw human anatomy before?
This was my first attempt at drawing a human, and I will never attempt at it
Why
again.
are her eyes so black?
Her
Why is
nose.
so big?
Her nose. She looks like an alien. So
You do realize a nose is so easy to draw.
that's for you to say.
Especially
For
your
me, I cannot.
It's 3 circles that you outline.
Well, that was 7th grade me.
It's
I don't know
okay.
how I would
We've
draw
moved
it now,
past-
but she looks like a pig. I hope.
Wow.
Wow, so you could tell how artistic I am in that ability of mine.
I probably have drawings around me. Hold on. Let's go through my sketchbook and find like an okay drawing.
I'm currently filming on my bed, and this setup is so flimsy.
For me, okay, this is my English homework for design. It was like we were designing like how we would direct a Romeo and Juliet. We had to draw their outfits.
I'm ready. Okay, that's not that bad. I would do worse.
No, but it's just not good.
It's not the best.
It's the next part of it.
Oh,
Like that's the nerves. That's Capulet.
that looks like Cinderella's dress.
It was literally Cinderella's dress I drew. And then that is Benvolio. I don't know why he's an angel. Yeah, and the rest is like scribbles like this from art.
Did you murder someone?
No, it was what are they called? Not oil pastels. I forgot, but something like both pastels. And then the teacher forced me to try and recreate a thing, right? This
Mhm.
painting, and I didn't want to do it, so I wasn't trying. And this is what
Okay,
know
but
what it
I don't know
is.
that's so much better than I would ever do. I'm telling the truth right now.
Yeah, no, and that's all in this notebook that I will show willingly because the rest is really embarrassing. I have another sketchbook somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm still single.
Same.
17 years and still going. I'm gonna dress up for the special
let's-
occasion.
I'm not. I'm gonna stay in bed. Wait, what day is it? The 14th. Stop it. No. Very cute. 14th is a Monday, so I'm in school. Ew, no, I have to watch all the school couples. Ew, that's actually disgusting.
What I am jealous of is what the people receive as gifts on Valentine's Day. A bouquet of
Honestly,
roses,
true.
chocolate. Even though I'm allergic to milk, but it's still nice. Especially
It's a nice thing.
the box of chocolates, but instead of chocolates, it's crystals inside.
Yeah,
It
that
was
is so
trending
cute, and
last
I
year.
really want that. I really just, I'm tempted to just get it for myself. Like,
People take
treat
notes.
myself to crystals.
Take notes on what you should be giving to people. AKA us too. We'll be waiting.
Yeah. No, I will not, because I don't like people spending money on me. So
I like the act of gift giving, especially when I
I
give
like
gifts to
giving
people.
gifts.
Mhm. Let's get into the topic. Let's do it. Yeah. We're gonna be going into social media.
Scary, but we'll do it.
And our personal experience with it.
Oh my god, time to become problematic. A problematic podcast because we're speaking out about social media.
So social media is a bad place if you're insecure about yourself.
Or if your mentality isn't strong, because people will say mean things.
It'll affect you mentally and physically if you compare yourself a lot. And I used to do that, but now I've changed a little bit. As I said in the last podcast episode, I've grew my self-love and I'm happy for that.
It's alright.
But before, especially when I was not in the right kind of mind state, it would just make me feel worse and it wouldn't do me any good. There's this thing around having to love yourself, which is a great message, but sometimes I feel like it's pressured into social media so much, as in they're kind of disregarding the other half of like not loving yourself, because it's not as easy as it seems. They're just like, love yourself, but they don't really explain how to do that, if you understand. And
it's always the people who are like obsessed with themselves that are
Mhm.
like, oh, you should love yourself.
Or
But
the
they don't
ones
know
that
what
have
it feels like to be
pretty
insecure.
privilege. Pretty privilege is around a lot on social media, especially Instagram, because there's lots of Instagram models, and TikTok because you could get easily famous from that. What I'm trying to say about them not embracing the other side of trying to love yourself is a side of when you hate yourself and you feel insecure. And healing is linear, so it's not just gonna happen like this, easy and fast. And
Linear is straight, by the way.
I said healing isn't linear.
Oh, I thought you said it is.
No. You may hate yourself, and we all have moments like that where we're not feeling ourselves. This episode is gonna be a little bit dark, so and personal.
Don't be dark, just be sad.
There's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. Like when you see a picture on Instagram, right? and you think to yourself, oh my God, I wish I looked like her. She's so pretty. She's so gorgeous. Look at her body. Most of those social media influencers use filters or Photoshop or take thousands of pictures just to get the right angle.
And like a lot of them also, like the agencies make them like starve themselves and stuff just to be that pretty, and like make
Mhm.
them go to the hairdressers all the time.
And even those people that pressure you to love yourself may not even love themselves. That's the thing. They might not
Yeah.
even love themselves. And I'm not saying to people who get plastic surgery don't love themselves, but usually the ones that get plastic surgery are not happy with themselves. And they get it for a reason, and they keep on getting those plastic surgeries to keep up with the social media image, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, but then there's like Trisha Paytas, and she's just like, oh yeah, no, I want to look fake. There's like
At least
those
she admits
people.
to it though. Because there's people that
True.
admit to not having any plastic surgery, like Kylie Jenner, but come on, to basically just summarize it, it mostly sets unrealistic beauty standards in the social media community. I feel
And they
like
always are changing. Like every
yes.
year or something, like the beauty standard changes. Like 1 year it'll be like be really skinny, and the next one be like, oh, be not skinny anymore. Like put on some weight.
Curvy or hourglass shape.
Yeah.
The BBL.
Oh, that went out of the picture so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I seen that, but no, they went out so quickly, and I didn't even know they were a thing until my friend told me she wants a BBL, and I was just like, "What's that?
And it's actually a dangerous surgery process too. Like
Is it?" I
Mhm.
haven't looked into it. I don't really care about
they
it.
like you have to gain lots of weight, and then they take that fat and insert it into your ass.
Oh,
So you have to eat
I'm
lots
pretty
of
sure.
calories and stuff like that, and get a very large calorie intake, so you gain weight. It's just
Yeah,
it's a weird process.
it sounds weird.
It's very dangerous and tragic to those who have died from it. And even after you get it done, you can't sit on your ass. Like, how are you gonna?
Can you not?
What do you think?
I
It's
don't
gonna
know.
hurt. It's gonna hurt. You can't even sit on the toilet. How are you gonna take a shit? How are you gonna pee? Honestly, how are you gonna do those two things? Maybe you squat. I'm just trying to imagine it right now. The way that social media has such a strong chokehold onto the younger generation.
So
No, because nowadays you could see younger girls from the age of 10 years old or even younger. They're starting to wear makeup. They're trying to look a little bit older. And some of them look older than
yeah.
I am.
I know. I remember I seen on TikTok this one girl, right? And I was just like, oh, you're really pretty. And then I went into the comments, and then people are like saying, oh yeah, guys, by the way, she is like 13 and she looked about 17.
Like when they take off their makeup, they do look, like a child, obviously, but with makeup, it emphasizes their features.
Even
And
my niece, she like, okay, she's 6. She's gonna like makeup. But it's so cute because she used my makeup because I have this like eyelash primer, and then she was just like, I want white eyelashes. It's so cute.
that's really adorable. Like,
But then sometimes you can see like 6-year-olds actually putting on full faces of makeup.
Unless it's for like dance competitions or pageants, I understand. But it's come to a point where they can put up makeup every day for school and just look totally different.
You know what is the saddest thing? Because I'm guessing this is because of social media, little kids have crop tops. Like a 3-month-old is not gonna wear a crop top. I'm
That's what I'm
sorry, why are you making
saying.
that?
I know. Or they wear like
I
swimsuits
remember
that are bikinis. Why do you have to buy a bikini for a baby?
me and my mom, we were buying like some clothes for my niece when she came to visit, and we wanted like Frozen themed clothes because like she's obsessed with Frozen. And then we went into the kids section. It was like so many crop tops, and we couldn't find a normal shot for her. Like it was really hard to find one.
Like I understand it's trendy, but you don't have to
Not
go.
for a child.
And they're gonna outgrow that. They're gonna outgrow that
Literally.
little crop top t-shirt.
If I'm gonna have a kid, I'm gonna make them wear big shirts, like full length ones. Like I can't
It's almost like you want your kid to
be sexualized and be sick.
I wish children weren't sexualized. I wish our world wasn't like that.
Same.
But we live in a world like
It
that
can't
where there's
be avoided,
pedophiles
yeah.
that like children to wear things like that. Even on TikTok, if you try to tell a 13-year-old or even younger than the age of, I'll say 16 or 17, because that's all right, to dress for their age, which you understand what I'm trying to say. Then
I do,
they wear crop top skirts, they wear fishnets, they wear high knee socks.
No, stop. Because I've seen like 13-year-olds outside with like those, I don't remember the names, but they were
Thigh
like
garters?
trending on TikTok. Yeah, but
Mhm.
they literally mean that you're a virgin and you're ready to have sex or something like that.
No, even it's
Like
been
they
said
mean-
for, I don't know if it was strippers or prostitutes, that they weren't allowed to wear that outside because they'll be arrested.
Yeah. I don't think you can get arrested for that anymore, but I think it's more so for the safety. Because I know like if guys see you with that, some of them will like
Take
do
advantage
stuff
of
to
you.
Yeah, because it means like inappropriate things.
For those people who are younger than the age of 18 should not be wearing them and should not be creating content like thirst traps. And they're like, leave
Stop
me
it.
alone. Like, let me do what I want.
You're 12. You shouldn't be making thirst traps for a 50-year-old man to get off of.
And if you tell those type of younger children to stop posting content like that for their own safety, they'll try to say back in reply, I'm hotter than you, or you're the one that's sexualizing me. They try
We're
to
not.
like
We're
blame it
just
on
trying
you.
to look out for them. We are so much older than them. We know what the internet is like.
If you were revealed to the internet at a young age, you were able to see a lot of things that you weren't supposed to see. When I was younger, at the age of 8, my friend wanted to do makeup with me. And of course, I did with her because I was interested in it. And that's
Yeah.
totally okay to experiment with makeup at a young age. But the thing is, doing makeup, especially to get views or likes, if for that type of specific reason to look older.
It's also so annoying because like 13-year-olds will do this, like make themselves look older, and then older guys will hit on them and then they'll cry about it. And people warn them about it. And they're like, I don't care what, like, let me have fun. But then when something happens to them, if an older guy hits on them or something, they're like, ew, oh my God, why are they doing this? Realistically, you're putting it on yourself to be catcalled and stuff at such a young age.
I understand that you want to maybe try out some makeup looks, and I understand if you have good intentions with it, right? And it's not your fault if you're completely sexualized for it and you're just having fun. You know, you're posting basic TikToks, nothing of the sort of wanting to be kind of sexualized for male validation. However, we can tell when you're trying to get some type of male validation by lip syncing to very sexualized audios. Like I saw a 14-year-old, they were lip syncing to a movie scene from the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, and it was Margot Robbie, and she
What's
was
that?
talking about not wanting to wear panties, okay? And they were lip syncing to that. They expect people to not be weirded out by that. You're 14.
You're 14. Yeah, exactly. Maybe wait until you're 17, 18.
I guess, you know, they just have to learn in their own way if they don't want to listen to us.
Yeah, if they don't want to listen to older, like a woman that have gone through shit like that, then it's their own fault that they'll go through so much trauma with the internet and social media, especially these days when it's getting a lot worse than it was before.
Yeah. And there's just older men trying to lurk on their pages and looking up specific content like that to do whatever you can guess.
Yeah.
It's not right. I wish the world was better.
Part of the reason like little like girls do that is because of the like unrealistic beauty standards that
Mhm.
social media sets. But most of them are like, oh, I want to look like them, and then start looking like them, even if the person is like 10 years older than them. And like start
Mhm.
creating the same content as them and not realize the damage they're doing on themselves throughout it.
And I remember how people were hating on JoJo Siwa so much for dressing childish or whatever, but she was an influencer for so many children.
She's an influencer for little kids. What do you
Mhm.
expect? She's not going to be dressing like, I don't know, like revealing. She's setting a good example for little kids.
Mhm.
Like,
People were hating on her for no reason. Like, why can't you just mind your own business? She's richer than you anyways.
exactly.
Like, do you think she really gives a fuck?
Look at
No.
her bows. Look
Mhm.
at the amount of bows she sells in a
She's
month.
everywhere in Toy Story.
She literally is. No, because my niece got Jojo Siva perfume for Christmas. It smells so good. I want it for myself.
But definitely for the people that hated on her, look at where she is and then compare yourself to her.
Exactly, because the people that hate her are always people that are doing much worse than her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't get the hate on her. Like, at one point, she was everywhere and it just got too much. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Because she was in so many stores and she's doing her own thing. Like, good for her. She's earning money.
It was maybe a tad annoying, but it's just her management team. I can never allow for my lips to get dry, especially during winter season.
I understand that.
I don't understand how people don't get dry skin. I have to use moisturizer every few hours.
I use moisturizer like once a week. Because I always just
Once
forget
a
it
week?
exists.
If I don't use
Well,
it
not on my
after-
face.
If I don't use it after a few hours, you'll see my skin flaking and disintegrating.
Hand sanitizer makes your hands so dry.
I don't like hand sanitizer. I feel like it doesn't clean your hands.
In school, the hand sanitizer smells so bad. Like,
But I don't like
I
it
remember
if
when we
it's
were
sticky.
forced to use it. It's not sticky, it's really watery in school, like really watery. And then when we were forced to use it, our hands smelled like shit.
I would just
No,
rather wash my
'cause
hands with
even
soap.
Yeah, even before the pandemic, my mom and me, we used to carry hand sanitizer just to clean our hands. But then it started having such bad quality in the pandemic, and I don't like it anymore.
Even the ones that are from Bath and Body Works that are scented with glitter in them, do you think they really
Yeah,
clean your
Beth.
hands?
It smells good, but I don't believe it kills any germs.
But with my beauty account, there was a trend going on in 2015 where people were creating videos with hand sanitizers and lip balms and literally collected them and made type of lip tastes or hauls. And I wanted to become a part of that community. And so I did. And I actually gained a big following from it. But it was
Actually,
embarrassing. Yeah, I did a this was not beauty related, but I did a water bottle flipping video because that was a trend in
Okay.
2015. And
that was that long ago.
I gained 5,000 views on the explore page, which is
Not
hard
bad.
to get on. So
Yeah.
I gained lots of followers from that. Not to brag. But how old was I? Hold on.
I don't know.
I was 11
I
or
was
12.
10 in
So
2015.
that means I was 11. So as an 11-year-old, to get that many views, even now, if I would get that many views, I would be surprised.
I remember having a Roblox YouTube channel.
I had a Movie Star Planet one. I had Movie Star Planet. I also made a YouTube channel and Instagram at the age of 8, which I should have not ever created them.
No, I had Facebook since I was like 8 or 9, and I had this really bad selfie of me that I took on my tablet I got that year on my birthday,
Mhm.
and I posted it.
The thing is, we were all cute as children, but as like we went through puberty,
Fat as a child.
we looked so bad during puberty, and now after the whole puberty process, we're looking better than ever. Thanks, puberty.
No, not at all.
I heard that there's a second type of puberty that happens in your later 20s or early 20s.
Wait, what? I did not know about this.
Some
Hold
women
on.
said that their breasts grew larger, their ass grew.
I need that. Can it happen to me,
Same,
please?
please. I'm currently waiting. Please.
It's okay. Implants work as well.
I'm not gonna get surgery. I'm too scared of that. When they put you to sleep, you don't
No,
know what they're
same.
doing. And after I found
Cutting it
out,
off.
that they have to put a tube into your throat while you're sleeping so you're able to breathe,
What?
they're not doing that to me. They are not deep throating me.
No, because I'm so scared of surgery because I've never had surgery or anything. And I'm so
I've never
scared
even
of it.
broken a bone.
Same.
Well, I don't know if this counts as a bone because it was something that happened to my front teeth. I was in gymnastics and we had to like run,
Right.
jump on a trampoline and do a flip into the air and then like fall back into a foam pit. And I didn't have the same experience or I wasn't on the same level as the other girls. So it was a little bit tougher for me to do a flip in the air. So basically what you had to do once you went into a flip, you had to like cradle your knees and tuck your head behind your knees so that you wouldn't hit your
Yeah.
chin. So I had fail attempts, 4 or 5 times. And finally, like on the 6th time, I did the flip in the air. But the thing is, I
Yeah.
didn't tuck my head behind my knees. I instead had my chin over my knees. And then when I fell into the foam pit, I hit my chin with my knees. And then my 2 front teeth started bleeding. I'm so grateful they didn't even fall out. Like, I don't even know
Yeah,
how
no,
they didn't
that's
fall
good.
out. But I mean, I guess that's a bone fracture because teeth are bones, which is weird. They're the only bone that's exposed.
Yeah. But it's also part of your digestive system.
We have bones in our digestive system.
Do you know? Doesn't
We have intestines. What do you mean?
hold on, where's my biology book?
We're gonna take a little biology intermission class.
Hold on.
I know I've got a big ego. I really don't know why it's such a big deal though. Going up, going down, down, down. Yeah.
I swear to God, we have bones in our digestive system.
If that's true, that's the
Is
first
our
time I've
teeth-
ever heard about that.
Do you think I know the digestive system? I wasn't in for half of it.
We can tell.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, your teeth are bones, so technically you do have it. I don't know, but
I think you just made that up.
no, probably. When I was dissecting a heart, it felt like it had a bone in it.
You dissected a
It
heart.
didn't. Yeah, on Friday. A sheep's heart.
I would throw up all over the classroom.
It was so funny because my group's heart had so many blood clots in it.
Stop!
And then-
Okay, you know what? Please don't talk to me. I'm gonna throw up right now.
So-
I had to dissect a frog in 7th grade. So much shit happened in 7th grade, but I had to dissect a frog. And that
I know. In college, if you do like biology, you have to dissect a whole human, and if like for the people that donate their bodies to science, a lot of them get given to a random person, and you have just a whole body for yourself. You're gonna dissect.
Imagine I die and my body is used for biology. I am not allowed. My naked body just laying there. Oh no.
You want to see my perfect drawing of a heart?
Mhm.
Ta-da!
It looks like something else.
It's a heart that's dissected open.
I just have a dirty mind.
Yeah, Claudia, go to church.
You're right. I haven't gone in so many years. It's just weird to imagine that our body is made of flesh and bones and we're in this body.
I don't understand the purpose of bones.
It's to keep you up. You without bones, you would just be slime. What do you mean you don't understand? What's the reason for them?
You can like break them and like fracture them. So why do we have them if we can just break
You know,
them?
I
and
would
get
like
them?
to see how your mind works. I would love to see just dig in there and be like, oh, that's how she thinks. Let's just go back onto topic because
Just
now
stop talking about biology. I don't know anything.
I hope that was
Isn't that
interesting to
class?
listen to. Our little biology
That
class
class?
lesson for you guys. We were talking about how easily the younger generation is influenced by social media, and that includes strippers or people that have OnlyFans, and they show only the good side of it. They don't show the bad side of
Oh
it.
yeah.
They show, oh yeah, look how much money I gained in one night. Look how much money I gained from posting my naked body onto the internet. It's not as easy, or it's not as easy as it seems.
pleasant as you think.
And they're romanticizing it so much. They're like, yeah, as soon as you turn 18, go and make money on OnlyFans, become a stripper. That is so weird. Like, why are you trying to?
It really is, because their target audience is little kids.
Mhm.
Like not all of them, but a lot of them.
That's why I saw one stripper on my For You page, and she was actually explaining the bad side of becoming a stripper, and I love that because she was just keeping it real, and that's how it is.
I know there was a stripper on TikTok named Cookie, and she like made such good videos about it, and I learned so much that I did not know about.
What's even weirder is that, you know, to be allowed to post that type of content on OnlyFans, you have to be 18 or older, correct? To become a stripper, yeah, I think you can be 18. I'm not sure. But if you're allowed to become a stripper at 18, but not be allowed into a club if you're 18, because you have to be 21 or older to.
Can't relate. I can go.
I know.
About 18.
I know, but in the US, you can become a stripper at 18, but you can't drink alcohol. You can't like use cigarettes. You can't get into a club unless you're 21, but you can become a stripper at 18.
And you literally go into a stripper club.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Yeah, no, America doesn't make sense to me.
But yeah, I don't like how some content creators that make money off of being a stripper or OnlyFans romanticize it and don't show the other side of it. It's not
Obviously.
right.
Because there's so many bad sides to it. Like, literally, there's like so many strippers that have been followed, stalked.
Mm-hmm.
Like their house has gotten broken into and stuff because of their clients.
Mm-hmm. Or even killed because of it.
Yeah.
And that's really
like
sad.
Prostitutes, right? Okay,
Mhm.
not the best job you can have, but they get killed for that job.
Mm-hmm. And I hate how
Like,
people
I'm
judge them
sorry.
for being a prostitute. Like, you don't know what their living situation is. Don't ever judge a book
Exactly.
by its cover. Remember that trend? Oh, ew. But with going back to unrealistic beauty standards, I feel like it sets way back into when the whole modeling industry was created. Because in the beginning, you needed to have a specific look, and that included having a specific height, a specific skin color, which was white, being white.
Yeah. I know like
No,
airlines
specific
still
weight,
like
which was being skinny.
I know like in thingy airlines, if you want to be a flight attendant, there's still like height requirements, weight requirements and everything. And it's really bad.
I understand there's maybe some requirements you need to become a flight attendant, but I don't think height should be a big deal necessarily.
I don't get why weight is a big deal for
Yeah,
flight
weight.
attendants.
Mm-hmm.
And like most of them are like, oh, we need women flight attendants. Like, thank you, Ryanair, for hiring men flight attendants. Love
Yeah,
you.
I've never seen many male
Sorry.
flight attendants.
They're always women.
Hmm.
And then the pilots are always men.
That's true. What the fuck? I just realized.
Then Ryanair there is like actually doing a good job at making it diverse.
Mm-hmm. And with the modeling industry, you also have to be effortlessly beautiful without any makeup. I mean, it's way more evolved now and more inclusive, which is definitely good. But still, till this
But
day,
that was only because of like quarantine and stuff and like people speaking out about it more. That's when it
there's some
started to
truth to that.
change.
But still, to this day, people are being rejected because of how they look. There's way more unique looks with people, and they're allowing them to be, in different type of modeling agencies, which is good because they feel more included. And I like that they're showing different sides to people and that there's just not one look to a specific person,
Yeah.
because everyone looks different and everyone is beautiful in their own unique way. I feel like how it is today, it's much better than how it was many years ago. So I'm glad that
a
happened.
lot better.
I wanted to say a story that actually happened to me, like personally, being judged by how I look, because I'm more on the thinner scale, and skinny shaming does exist. It's definitely not as bad as fat shaming, but they're definitely equivalent in
Yeah, no, there's
being hateful.
definitely it's still very hurtful.
Mm-hmm. So I was
Like, because that can lead into like a binging eating disorders and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I was in 7th grade French class. This is the third time I'm mentioning 7th grade.
What did you go through in 7th grade? Like,
No clue.
that was like the worst year of your life.
So I was sitting in a group of 4 desks together, and there was another 4 group of desks in front of me. And there was these 2 people sitting at the desks in front of me, and I heard them whispering and giggling. So I was just doing my French worksheet, minding my own business. And I look over to them and I hear, "She looks like Eugenia Cooney." And if you don't know who Eugenia Cooney is, she's a YouTuber that is struggling with anorexia, because you could see that she's astonishingly lost weight during the years of her YouTube career. And she's went to rehab actually 2 years ago, but you could tell that she's gone worse again. But for me to be compared to Eugenia Cooney, it definitely hurt me a lot. And to deal with that type of shaming to my body because I just have a fast metabolism and I can't do anything about it, it's like now I've kind of gotten used to it, but before, since I wasn't.
But you shouldn't be getting used to it. That's the bad part. It shouldn't be happening in the first place.
That's that. I used to compare myself a lot to the other girls because I wasn't developing. I was a late bloomer. I didn't have any boobs or an ass, but I shouldn't have even been worried about that in 7th grade.
Exactly. How old are you in 7th grade, by the way?
I was 12. Like,
you haven't even hit puberty.
Mm-hmm.
You hear Lucifer meowing. Being a cat mom is hard work. No, it's not.
I'm a ferret
really
mom.
not.
I'm a ferret mom.
Hell
and
yeah.
you're a cat mom. I have to deal with poop everywhere and clean it up every damn hour. But all in all, we should normalize all different body types and looks and stop agreeing with the stigma that society created about peeing, pooping, and farting. Because those are all normal human bodily functions. Now, hear me out. Okay, hear me out on this. It's it's disrespectful if you were to burp or fart in a public professional setting, right? But if I have to go to a public restroom to take a shit, I shouldn't feel embarrassed to do so.
I don't know where this came from, but I do agree with you. Like,
Okay,
you shouldn't be
that's actually
embarrassed by it.
that's more on a self-conscious level of thinking and giving a fuck about what others will think about you. But I beg to differ because society thinks it's disgusting. It's like, if you gotta go, you gotta go. But especially, I have a thing here. The difference for when a man farts and when a woman farts, okay? This is not funny. When a man farts, it's considered hilarious. But when a woman farts, it's considered not ladylike and disgusting and weird. That's the truth right there, ladies and gents. What's up with that?
It is, yeah.
It's sexist.
Women are, I can't think of a stereotype.
Women not having
just
body hair. That's a stereotype. That shouldn't have body
annoys
hair.
me so much.
Like, it grows for a reason. It's
hello,
natural.
you like little kids.
Like, being completely bare.
Did you know some men don't know that menopause is a thing?
I know. Or when they say, "Are you on your period?" I will fucking slap the shit out of you.
It's so annoying. Because half the time when they ask that, you're not even on your period. And then it's
like when it's coming up, yes, I might act a little bit differently. And then they say, "Well, I was just asking, why do you have to be so offended?" You know what you're doing. You're trying to piss us off.
Exactly. You don't have to ask us. Like, is that your business? No.
Instead, you can ask, "Are you not feeling well? Did something happen that you're acting this way?" You don't have to say, "Are you on your period?" Oh.
Like, not all of them do, right? But like the misogynistic and homophobic ones do. Also, homophobic boys in Ireland are so weird.
Homophobic men anywhere around the world are weird.
True, but especially in Ireland, because there's these homophobic boys, and I've literally seen them like hug each other, slap each other's asses and stuff, and I'm like,
or when they
that
say,
doesn't make sense.
Or when they say "no homo" or "that's gay," what the fuck do you mean by that?
Well, there's boys in my school, and they are like, one of them has a girlfriend. He's okay, like I don't mind him, right? He's a bit weird. He's a pro-lifer. He like calls actions gay and stuff, and then he's there like, oh, he acts so gay around his friends, and he's just like, "Yeah, that's gay," and I'm like, where's your logic? Like, why do you say a homophobic statement? Literally, like, you say a homophobic statement, but then act gay around your friends, and then like you ask them about it, and they're like, "Yeah, but it's different for boys than girls." And then they fetishize lesbian relationships.
That's really disgusting.
Like, it's not different. It's the same fucking thing. And why is it so weird for a girl to kiss another girl? They'll be like, "Oh, that's really weird. I don't like gay people." But then they'll fetishize it and watch porn of lesbians. And then they'll be like, "Yeah, it's gay if I watch a man." Like, some boys,
but probably
like
secretly they do watch gay porn.
Men annoy me so much.
No, like most men and some women, which Karens, those are Karens, they have expectations that women should act and look a certain way. Why do we have expectations of that?
There's the stereotype that my mom reinforces. You're a girl. You're supposed to clean your room. You're supposed to do this because you're a girl. And I'm like, what the fuck? Okay. And then when like a man doesn't do something, she's like, he's a man. He doesn't know.
Or like boys will be boys. As we can see that there's, I guess, more cons to social media than pros. But the pros, I guess we can say, is there are some social media influencers that embrace the bad sides about them, and they show that if they photoshopped a picture, here's the before and after. So, or that
Yeah.
you could wear a different bikini in a certain way and you could look more skinnier than wearing it another
Yeah.
way.
Realistically, with social media, it's all about trial and error. Like you have to watch people and figure out if that content is positive and if it affects you in a positive way. And if
Mhm.
it doesn't, then you move on to someone else. It's all about just finding people who you can connect with in a positive way.
I personally follow a social media influencer. I think her name is Clara Dow. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it out right, but she is a woman on the thinner side. She has like a flat chest. She has a flat butt or whatever. Like not the beauty standards that you would usually see, like curvy.
Yeah, it's
She's
not like hourglass and stuff.
Mhm. And I love her content because she shows the side of women that don't have those shapes to their bodies, and she shows that you could still be beautiful because that's the truth. She makes me so happy, and just since she has a flat chest, which is in no way bad at all, she makes me embrace my smaller chest. And honestly, after viewing her content, I'm happy with my chest size.
Yeah.
You know, I used to wish like, oh, I wish I had bigger boobs. I wish I had a bigger ass. And no, I don't really
We
compare
all
myself
had
like
that
that.
until we realized. Okay, some people will never realize it because they're like, they don't know that they can find people that they can like relate to on social media
Mhm.
and stuff. But yeah, because even with like some influences that are like alike, that look like you, or like you can relate to them a lot more, in a year's time or something, when they get really big, they'll change completely and they won't
Mhm.
be as relatable anymore.
Yeah, that's happened to a lot of them. But like, she's the only social media influencer that I've seen that embraces like thinner sized women. She's the only one I've seen so far. Like, I'm glad to see that there's more support on the curvier side, the plus size women, but I want to see it on
Yeah,
the skinnier women too, you know?
exactly. Because it's always like you won't have both like representations,
Mm-hmm.
but it will always be changing because always the beauty standard is changing, and people always say the beauty standard is like skinny woman, but then they don't think about the skinny women that get like hated on for being
Mm-hmm.
too skinny when they're not. That's just how their body is. And
Is
when
young.
they say skinny woman, they literally mean women with a big ass, big tits, and like a small waist, aka plastic surgery things. I don't think you can get something like a Kylie Jenner body through natural causes. Maybe
Just
you
being
can,
born
I
like
don't
that.
know.
Maybe there's some instances where people were born like that, but in
Or
most
like with
cases,
working out, maybe.
it's not made naturally.
Yeah.
And that's another expectation that men have. As soon as we say, oh, we just want a man taller than myself, they're like, oh, why do you have such expectations towards men? We just say,
Literally,
you want us to change
we'll
our
say one
entire
thing.
look, but we just want someone taller than us. Like, why are you getting so mad about that?
We'll say one thing that we like in a man, right?
Mhm.
For example, like, yeah, taller than you, or like nice eyes or something. And then they'll start coming at you being like, oh, you shouldn't put these standards on men and all this and that. How do you think the shorter men feel? How do you think women feel
Mm-hmm.
when you're like, you don't have big tits and a big ass? Let me slag you for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Or
even
like,
in
or they
schools.
backhandedly compliment you. They're like, oh, I usually don't go for women that have no tits, but I'll go for you.
Yeah, the fuck is that?
What? That's totally weird, and I
It's
will never
literally
talk
so
to you ever
stupid.
again.
In Ireland, there's the stereotype of, oh, if you don't dress a certain way, you're emo. I've been called emo. Me. I don't know where they got me being emo from, but it's because I don't wear leggings that go up my ass and don't wear these tiny little revealing tops. I'm not orange with these huge lashes and stuff. I'm emo.
The British girl trend. What was it called?
Chavs.
Chaps.
Literally, I'm not an Irish girl, though, am I? Just because I don't look orange doesn't mean I'm emo. Just because I choose to embrace my paleness and sometimes tan, like not in an orange way, and I don't change my fucking skin color with
I
face
hate,
tan.
especially in New Jersey, girls tan themselves into a darker skin color. Like, you're basically blackfishing.
I know.
It's disgusting. I'm like, you're orange. You like that? Ew.
I get it if you want to like tan, right? But make yourself look tan, not orange or a different fucking skin tone.
See, the thing is, you have chavs. We have in New Jersey, we have Jersey girls that tan themselves into a different skin color, blonde hair, and then pale lips. Like, I don't know why they don't choose a darker lip color. They literally have concealer type lips like chavs. And they
Okay, chavs
Ew.
don't actually have concealer type lips. I'm not going to lie to you. That's just like an exaggeration.
Okay.
I can show you like an outfit chavs would wear. It's like a Nike legging and top set. The top is like sometimes they like tie it up and crop it and then put their leggings so far up their ass it looks like it hurts. And they think it looks cute.
How do they not get a camel toe?
Half of them do. Half of them do, and they don't care about it. As long as it goes up their ass. And then if they aren't wearing that, they have this one coat.
A winter coat with a fur hoodie? Is that what?
Yeah, that shiny black puffy winter coat with the brown fur on it. And it costs like €60. And it's so ugly.
Yeah.
And then their little summer outfits. They'll wear this little top that barely covers their tits, and then this little shorts like that only cover half of their ass. And again, it goes into their ass. Like the thing is with Ireland, if people don't consider you pretty, they don't talk to you. And obviously that means people don't talk to me because I'm emo.
Well, that's everywhere. That's called pretty privilege. They treat you differently.
But no, it's just really, really bad here. Like, and then if one pretty person talks to you, they all will talk to you until that pretty person stops talking to you.
See, that was me all through, my school years. When a popular person would talk to me, I would feel special. Why did we feel special if we were talked to by a popular person? Like, they're gonna outgrow that when they go to college. There's no popularity. Literally. Well, okay, there is
one
popularity,
of my friends
but
I can consider popular, right? I remember I felt so special that I became her friend, and then I realized she's just like me. Like, we have not many okay, we do have differences, but I was so like surprised that she was nice because I'm used to like the popular people being so mean. I remember I threw up in my woodwork class once because of the smell of metal, right? We were like melting metal to make keychains, and that made me throw up. And then I was so embarrassed by it because all the popular kids are laughing at me. And then I didn't come to school for like 2 days, I'm pretty sure.
But see,
And then we had like computer science, and one of the popular girls were like, "Were you the one who threw up?"
they can't just mind their own fucking business.
Exactly. And I'm like, yeah, why?
See, we've made it
And
so
then
important to have these like social hierarchies. Like there's popular people at the top, and then people in the middle are like known and you could talk to them, but they're not popular. And then there's ones
yeah,
at the lower level and like they're known, but popular people won't talk to them. They're not
and they'll
social.
make fun of them.
Yeah. And I was between the middle and the lower level because I was a shy person. But the thing is with shyness, like people will say, "Oh, why are you so shy? Break out of your shell more." But when there's people that are confident within themselves, they're like, "Ew, why are you so confident within yourself?" Like there will
Exactly.
never be people will never be happy if you're too confident, if you're too shy. Like unless you're in the middle, but still there's no one that's gonna
I
be
don't
happy.
think not many people are in the middle.
Mhm.
I remember
just
I
black
was
and
so
white.
shy.
There's just black and white sides to things. There's no like gray part.
Yeah. I remember
Big
I was
sigh.
so shy. When I like joined my school now, I was so shy, right?
Mhm.
To the point where I didn't talk to anyone for a week. And some girl, I'm not gonna name her name obviously, she like asked me if I want to sit like with the girls because I was only about 6, 7 girls in my tutor
Mhm.
at that time. And I was just like, sure. And then Shiley walked up to like my friend now and sat next to her.
See, with me, I have a certain type of shyness. Like, I will barely go up to people and start a conversation. But before, if I would try to attempt at that, I would have to think of conversation topics in my mind so they will never
Same.
get bored. Because as soon as they get bored and just sit there in silence, I'm like, oh my God, they hate me. Which that's something which I have to fix, of course. That's a self-conscious type of thinking. I just put it on myself to like having to think of things to talk about. But anyways, I'm not the type of level of shy you think I am because once you get to know me and I get to know you, I will start to get comfortable around you and I will stop being shy
Yeah. I
because
have the
you've got to know
same,
me.
like, not the same thing, but like a very similar thing
Mhm.
that I can practically say the same. Because if someone starts talking to me, I'll talk to them fine, right? Like, I won't mind, but I have to plan on what I'm going to say if I'm going to talk to someone. And like, I used to like not talk to anyone for the fear of them getting bored of me.
Mhm.
And that's why I do not like silence with my friends because I feel like then they get bored of me and we aren't going to talk for a long time.
Yeah. I have to change that because I put the responsibility on me and that people shouldn't feel bored around me because as soon as they'll feel bored around me, like you said, they'll stop talking to me. So what? If they stop talking to me, that's their loss. I just have to think that way.
Exactly.
They lost the best thing that's ever happened in their life. But yeah, I don't like
Confidence.
but I don't like how we made popularity such an important thing when later in life it won't even matter.
Exactly.
Unless those are those type of adults that are Karens that have to, try to make themselves relevant still. Like, come on, just
Yeah.
cut the nonsense. Really, it's not needed
It's
anymore.
literally, they're so stupid. Like, Karens, I don't get the point of them.
Mhm.
Like, how are we going to complain about another child or like try to parent them?
Mhm. It's especially when their child is viewing some type of content that they shouldn't be doing, and they take it on the content creators that they shouldn't be posting that type of content. But it's up to you to be responsible about what your child is viewing on the internet.
Exactly. Like, your child obviously can find things that's not for them,
Mhm.
but there has to be something entertaining for everyone on the internet. So it's not just one demographic of people.
Mhm.
the internet is for everyone, so there's going to be every type of content, and you
Yeah.
can't blame it on the content creator that your child is watching something inappropriate, like what you deem as inappropriate for that age. That
Mhm.
is not the content creator's fault. That is the child's fault for watching it.
Well, I mean, they didn't know. They probably just stumbled upon it. But like I said, they shouldn't not blame the content creators at all. It's not their
Exactly.
fault. There's nothing to blame them for. I saw a TikTok where a girl was roller skating or rollerblading, either of those two, in New York, and there was a song playing in the background, and it had inappropriate lyrics. And
Yeah.
there was a husband and wife, and the mother had, I think, a toddler in a stroller, and she was like, "Why are you listening to that music around my child?" It wasn't even her music. It was just music that was on already, and she was just dancing to it. Like, how about just cover your child's ear and move on with your day? Like, is it that
Exactly.
hard?
Like, she's in New York.
Mhm.
In New York, you aren't gonna find age appropriate things for a toddler outside on the street.
Especially
It's
in New York
outside
City.
on the street. My mom's seen someone giving head to a guy, like in public in the morning while she was going to work.
People piss and take a shit in the subway stations. And it's normal to those New Yorkers. I would be in
Literally.
utter shock.
When I walk to like my bus stop from town to go home, if it's on like a Friday evening or a Saturday evening, a lot of the time it will smell like piss because there's an alleyway that like druggies piss in,
Mhm.
and I've seen people piss in it as well. And I remember when I had my red hair, this random druggie was like complimenting my hair and stuff. It was so nice. Like, they are so scary, but they're really nice.
The whole energy in New York City is just chaotic. But you know what I
It
like?
really is.
I think in Japan or Asian countries, there's these certain subway trains. There's trains or buses that are specifically made for women, and only women can get on them. And we should implement
I
that
know.
everywhere. That is so important because
Can we please?
men will
I'm
try to
sorry.
like grab you or kidnap you or just sexualize you when it's just so icky.
Yeah, I remember once in the summer, I was going to town with my sisters. We were on the bus to town, right?
Mhm.
And some man was sitting in front of, no, behind me. And I was sitting like this against the window, right? And I had a tank top on. It was summer. We're in the middle of a heat wave. I'm not going to be wearing a jumper. And then he was looking down my shirt
Yeah.
and zipped up my jacket so quickly. And then, because on the bus, like now, before it was like COVID restrictions and you couldn't sit next to someone, but like that you have to sit next to a random person if there's no seats available for yourself. And I get so scared whenever I have to sit next to a man, especially
Mhm.
after school, because I'm in a skirt, or if a man sits next to me when I'm on a bus. It's so scary to me,
Yeah.
especially if it's like a teenage boy. It's mainly old men.
Yeah, and if these buses were created for women everywhere, they would be able to get to their destination safely and comfortably. And
Exactly.
there would be less problems. There would be less problems for women. I guess this is it for this episode.
I guess so.
Should we start our song of the week? Should we start
Oh,
doing
sure.
that? Okay.
Sure.
I've recently been liking this song called Tesla by The Simps, iDress, and Zara. I like the beat of it. I like songs that are kind of rhythm with barely little to no words.
So, I was looking at my Spotify. Sorry. For me, I've been listening to "I Love You So" by the Walters a lot recently.
Hmm.
I've been listening to sad songs recently. I don't know.
Like
I
Lil
like
Peep.
sad songs a lot.
Lil Peep.
Yes.
Oh god.
And what about it? And what about it, Claudia?
So goodbye. Thank you for listening to us.
Hope you enjoyed this episode and me failing at biology.
Yes, and our dislike to social media. And we hope to see you on our next episode.
Hopefully.
Goodbye. We love you.
Bye-bye.
Mwah! Kisses.
That's questionable.
Not questionable. I'm sending out kisses to everyone who listens to our podcast because we appreciate you so much. You keep us going.
Yes.
Even though we don't have that big of an audience, but soon we'll get there.
It's okay. A good 5 people.
Goodbye. Toodaloo.